Hello again, YouTube, and today I'm going to try and explain a few characters. I'm not certain which character I'm going to do, that's why I'm looking through the slides. Let me scroll all the way down to the credits. I'll just scroll down to the credits so I can choose a character to chat about. We'll do the supercharged entry, which is this one. Which is the yellow one, which has no, that's, normal looking to the most. The supercharged Sentry, or this one, was, made about, 5 years actually, before the events of Man vs. Machine. Made by the Yellow Industries for the Yellow Engineer. The project was scrapped about, or the level 3 project was scrapped about a year after the events of Man vs. Machine, due to Gray Man being the more dominant power now. The Yellow Industries kind of had to fall back a little bit and kind of made their projects a little more secretive. And the level 3 simply was deemed a little too expensive, so the level 1 and level 2 were seen as a little better. Mostly because the level 3 had a lot of extra things, including the rockets, which were kind of expensive. Coming out at least $600 a piece. And simply everything else that had come around with it, including the grenades, which, yes, may not be very expensive, but it's something a little heavy on it. So with level 2s, which use inexpensive minigun rounds, and level 1s, which use pretty much a revolver round, which are also quite cheap. And simply the level 3 was also much more armored, being able to take, as you see in part 11, they're able to pretty much tank a sapper. So they are much better than the level 2s because they can actually tank a sapper, or a spy sapper. Yes, they can. This also is the same fact with Turlius, but I will explain that in another video. But the level 3 supercharged Sentry, or this yellow one on the screen, this specific one was specifically designed to be able to hold on to a charge, much like the other ones. Just like the others were able to. They're able to hold that charge for a while. And you're probably going to ask, why was it a certain color earlier? This actually is to mostly show that it's a very charged one. Let me try and find an example. Yeah, you see how it's a different color here for the supercharged. That just shows that, well, it's supercharged. This one was owned by one of the 5th Yellow Engineer. These guys have no names, they're only identified by number. The 5th Yellow Engineer owned this particular one, and unfortunately he somehow lost it and never had it recovered until Mr. Origami Guy got to find it. Then he salvaged it. That's a little bit of lore for these characters. There is going to be much more lore for the bigger characters like Turlius, maybe some of these other centuries. But there's going to be a crap load more lore for Freya and the level 1. There's going to be a lot more lore for those two. And I mean a lot more lore. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped anyone if they had a few questions. And I hope this helps develop some lore for my characters I made up. Thank you, and subscribe and like. That's all I gotta say. Have